Hi y'all, it's me. I'm here to share my very first guest design team project for Diemond Dies. I am so super excited to be working with Dee and the rest of the design team members. If you're not familiar with Diemond Dies, I'll put the link down below to their shop as well as their Facebook page and YouTube page as well. If you go there, which I suggest you do, and you place an order for $35 or more and use the code THANKSGina, you'll receive 10% off your order and free shipping. It's quite the deal, so go, run, order, have fun. There's so many shapes, designs that you can use there to enhance the projects that you're working on, so check them out. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm creating with, and then I will show you my project. So the items that I've used were this stamp here, which is just says Lockhart stamp. I got this on a Facebook group, so I'm not sure where they got it. I'm using the Alterations Tim Holtz small easel stand die. I've used some Colorblock chalk ink and pink pastel. I've used this stamp set, which I got from Oriental Trading, and I used the rolling pin as well as one of the word dies over the word stamps there. I used some Diemond, and I used this berry basket that I got at Mike's when they were clearancing their wood section. And as for the paper, I used the Melissa Francis Kitschy Kitchen, which is from my stash. I've had this for a while. I thought it was time to break it out and use it. And then the best for last are the Diemond dies. And this one is the mason jar, the canning jar die, and it's meant for mini albums. It's quite large, as you can see. Perfect die, and don't get stuck in your head that you can only use it for mini albums, because I've used it in another way. So think outside the box with your dies. Don't just get trapped into what they say they're for. Use them for other things. So I used that. I used the Labels 2 Top Note Nesting dies. I used the 6th one from the center, and I have it out so I can show you something when I get to it. Great, great, great. I used these Sugar Plum Flowers, which I love this die. I had originally was going to use several of them, and I ended up just using one, and I'll show you what I did with that. And then I also used the button die, which, oh my gosh. Okay, so don't go buy that one punch that that has just the one button when you can get this one and get, you know, 5 buttons to choose from. They make a super great impression in the die, the item when you cut it out your paper. I wanted to mention something to you that I discovered, which is kind of a good accident actually. Normally I run my dies forward and backward through my die machine, but with Diemond dies you didn't have to do that. The first pass through was plenty enough to get my image cut. So unknowing, I did it forward and backward and I got my shape, but what it did was it also cut out the other shapes. So now I ended up getting 2 for the price of 1, so I can either use the hearts this way or use them that way, or don't run it through twice and get a button. So just a tip for you. Alright, so let me share my project with you. I decided to create something for my kitchen, and this is what I came up with. It's my favorite recipe file, and I will be adding to this as time goes on. What I wanted to tell you is that I took the berry basket, I painted it first, I put the paper on it. I was going to use some gingham ribbon, and then I got that fabric that you see in the background, and I tore strips of it. I thought it looked much cuter, so I used that all the way around. Put some flat back pearls here, and then right here is where I used those sweet little Sugar Plum flower die, and they look like the little forget-me-nots. Look how cute those are. And so basically what I did to do that is I took the die, I ran it through my machine, and once I did that I used my Crocodile and I punched a hole in the center of the flower. I don't know if you could see right there, and then I stuck the stamen through the middle and glued them into place. So that's how I came up with that. Behind it I used that stamp of the rolling pin, and it reads favorite recipes. And then, like I said, that goes all the way around the whole container. So then on the inside I used the canning jar die to cut out the shape. I added the gingham fabric for the bow. I made some more of those pretty little flowers, and I didn't overdo it with embellishments because this is going to be in a kitchen and I don't want it to collect more dust than it has to. So anyway, I did cover both sides. I haven't put anything on the back yet because I probably will use it for more recipes as I go along. What I wanted to show you is for the nesting die, I took it out here so I could show it to you. Now let me see if I can find the darn thing. Okay, so when I did this, right here, this part with the nesting die, I ran it through my machine and I cut it, leaving this end free of the paper. And in order to do that, what happens is you end up creating a little folder so it doesn't make the cut all the way through. So here you can see I have the picture of what my favorite poppy seed cake that I make for ages here, and it's magnetized and the recipe's inside. I used the stamp to put the recipe image there, and then it just closes. And here I used the button die with twine, and it looks super cute. So basically I followed that throughout the whole bunch of recipes that are in here so far. I also made this little stand right here. I cut that shape out of just some chipboard. I covered it with paper and I used the Tim Holtz stand in the back. I stamped out the apron and paper, pieced that together with the paper, and I added it to a clothespin so that when I'm preparing a meal in my kitchen and I want to look at that recipe, I simply open it up and I can clip it right into my holder. And that way I can see what I need for my ingredients when I'm making my recipe. So that's how I resolved that issue. And then, as I said, I'll flip through them. You can see I used different buttons on each of the different jars. The same flowers, different colors. They're just so sweet. And I used different color gingham here. Super cute. And then every recipe just pops out there. So that's that one. Here's the other. Same thing. This is another. I don't know, like I didn't go with theme, like for example, I don't have pastries and this and that. It's just these are some of the ones that I make most often, some of my recipes that I cook more than others. And there you go. So once I am done using them, I can just sit them all right back in the container, and there they go. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I hope you remember to think outside the box. I also hope you shop at Diemond Dies. You won't be disappointed. Thank you all for watching. Do what makes you happy. Bye for now.